at the Hamburg summit under the presidency of Chancellor Angela Merkel.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi achieving what he set out to do at the Hamburg G20 meet. He kept the focus on the global menace of terrorism from the very first session and in his interaction with leaders from across the world. The outcome was a joint statement on counter-terrorism.
Through the statement, the G20 leaders have vowed to eliminate terrorist safe havens all around the world. Most certainly from India's point of view, this was almost as important a document from the G20 as the communicates.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also had a big impact on the issue of black money and corruption.
Prime Minister Modi has added a lot of weight to G20 declarations on anti-corruption and black money, illicit wealth, illicit financial flows. Besides that, there has been focus on Africa, development of African continent as the new frontier of development.
In another pat on the back for India, the G20 Hamburg Agreement calls for completion of IMF quota reforms and a new quota formula by 2019. Prime Minister Modi has been raising the issue of expanding lending quotas in global financial institutions at various multilateral fora. Making a brief address at the third working session of G20 summit in Hamburg on partnership with Africa, migration and health, PM Modi said that G20 nations must walk the talk to facilitate technology and financial infusion in Africa. He highlighted India's multi-layered development partnership with Africa and said that in addition to building capacity, it was vital to improve social, physical and IT infrastructure in Africa.
Africa has been focus of the German Chancellor also, Angela Merkel, because if situation deteriorates in Africa, if the development is not much in Africa, a lot of migrants come across the Mediterranean to Europe, and that impacts the security and of course the economy of European countries.
On health, Prime Minister Modi spoke about India's new health policy against emerging challenge of antimicrobial resistance, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and yoga for preventive healthcare. Once again, AMR finds a mention in the Hamburg G20 communique. On migration, Prime Minister said that dealing with forced external migration called for debate and cooperative policy framework. He added that external migration must be distinguished from legal migration. This viewpoint too has also found a place in the Hamburg resolution. At the fourth working session of G20 summit in Hamburg on digitization, women's empowerment and employment, PM Modi said that borderless digital world represented opportunities but also risks. The Prime Minister highlighted about India's journey to low-cost world-class technology. He spoke about adoption of integrated approach under national cyber security policy. Prime Minister Modi expressed strong personal conviction for gender empowerment and said that there was no real growth without empowering women. The PM said that primary endeavor was to connect growth to jobs.
Prime Minister did share a slew of government programs laid out by Government of India in the domain of development, youth, skilling, development, Clean India campaign. So in a way it was also a forum of sharing the national policies which are aligned with the global commitments.
India helped shape the discourse over the issue of terrorism. It was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who raised the issue of terror on global platforms such as the BRICS and the G20. With camera person Surendra and engineer Hukum Singh, Siddhant Sibal, DD News, Hamburg, Germany.
After some tough negotiations,